This is strange to admit, but Carl's Jr. is an important tradition in our family. Yes, that's right, the home of the famous Star hamburger. A family road trip simply wasn't a road trip if we didn't stop for their fried zucchini. I don't even know what it tastes like. It just tastes like because we could never wait for it to actually cool down before dunking it in ranch dressing and eating it whole like we were velociraptors or maybe golden retrievers. A couple years ago, I was on a road trip with my sisters, and we went to Carl's Jr. for old time's sake, ordering the fried zucchini. We didn't even make it out of the drive-thru before the order was gone. So we did what any car full of sensible adults would do. We got back through the drive-thru and circled around for another round. We were laughing so hard that the zucchini actually had a chance to cool down this time. Now I know what you're thinking. What's the deal with all the Carl's Jr.? Simple. I grew up in a household with a very overworked, underappreciated, exhausted single mom. Carl's Jr. was the only place in town that accepted a debit card, because we never had cash. As an added bonus, it was also the only place with a drive-thru. Now, the drive-thru at our Carl's Jr. was an engineering afterthought and architectural marvel. The order window was actually on the passenger side, so it was like you were ordering in England. You had to lean over the passenger like this. I'll take 2 famous stars. When you were ordering. When my mom was really struggling, we got Carl's Jr. a lot. We loved this, even if it meant that my mom was in the middle of a crisis. And no time was worse for her than I was about 10 years old and my dad moved to Texas. We got so much Carl's Jr. At the end of the year, we went almost every day for a month. Each time, my mom would just hand over her debit card and wonder how the hell she was gonna pay for all these Happy Star meals. That's what my twin sister Rebecca and I always ordered, the Happy Star meals, because we were obsessed with the toys. Now, usually, Carl's Jr. toys are these little pieces of shit, like a little mini pinball with a little silver. But during the holidays, which, lucky for us, coincided with the depths of my mom's despair, the toy was a little plush star ornament. They were adorable. We loved them with every part of our 10-year-old Christmas-loving hearts. We wanted the whole set. We wanted the Christmas star, the New Year star, the skier. There was a Santa mouse. The prettiest one was the angel. She was white. She had a gold plastic halo. She had these iridescent pink wings. My sister Rebecca got one, but I never did. Now, it's important to add that my mom didn't share our appreciation for these ornaments. She didn't give a whoop if we got the whole set or not. All she ever cared about is if she got some goddamn peace and quiet. The stars simply weren't allowed on our tree because my mom hated anything kitsch, novelty, and especially anything licensed. So we would try and hide them in the back of the tree, knowing that Mom would yell at us to take them off. And as our collection grew, it became harder and harder to hide 6 or more of these plush stars in those back branches. We sure tried. Our mom quit her corporate job and started an estate sale business when we moved away for college. And so, like most family heirlooms, the stars were sold for a fraction of their sentimental and retail value. For something I love so much, I didn't really think about the stars, though, until about 10 years ago. I was visiting a friend of mine. Her mom is a hoarder. She had this little dachshund, this little brown gray thing, Mr. Armstrong, and I noticed that Mr. Armstrong was playing with something on the ground. And what to my wondering eyes should appear but the Santa Mouse star, which Armstrong was unceremoniously ripping to shreds. My God, I said to my friend, that's a Carl's Jr. Christmas star. She said it was just something she found laying around her mom's house. And I asked her if I could have it. Before she could answer, I was ripping that drooly, slobbery plush toy out of that dog's tiny mouth. It was serendipity. I was wonderstruck. I felt glee you cannot manufacture with wine or pharmaceuticals. Plus, my sister is notoriously hard to shop for, and I was stoked that Christmas was in the bag that year. All I needed to do was super glue the hat back on. Rebecca, of course, loved the star. She was delighted with it. We shared so many laughs remembering our old collection. My mom was still alive that Christmas, and her sensibilities were offended as the first time we brought him into the house. This time, though, they weren't going on her tree where they were going to languish in the back by the power cord strip. My sister would display them proudly in the front. Since then, I've been on the quest for more ornaments. I like to go to antique shops. I look on eBay. They've gotten expensive over the last few years. $25 a pop. Trust me, it's better to find one in the mouth of a dog for free. But I found my Christmas angel, and each year she shines bright at the top of our tree. Finding that Carl's Jr. star in a dog's mouth was a Christmas miracle. It brought back so many happy memories. My kids agree with my mom, who has since passed away. They think they're weird and ugly. Sure, they are kind of tacky, but those stars mean so much to me. They don't exactly remind me of the best times of my childhood, but they remind me that my family can make it through anything, and that we can always find joy, silly, and happy anywhere, even if it's in the drive-thru of our local fast food restaurant.